Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Ori-Gen live stream concert tonight. My name is Kavita Shah, and I'm a vocalist and composer from New York City. I work across the fields of jazz, world music, new music, and contemporary music, and I'm honored to be a part of the Ori-Gen collective and share with you tonight some of my work about the Lusophone diaspora, or Portuguese-speaking diaspora. Today we're going to hear music from Brazil, Cape Verdean, Mozambique, Portugal, and India. I'm going to sing some songs for you, some previous recordings, some recordings I made for tonight, and I will have some very special guests joining us, including a collective of leading artists from Cape Verde, my dear friends Sofia Ribeiro and Juan Andrés Ospina, and Sonia Shirsat. I wanted to tell you any questions you have throughout this program, please put them in the comments, and during the live stream I will go back and answer any questions you have. I'll also share people's names and people's social media handles so you can look up some of these amazing artists. When I was 20 years old, I lived in Salvador da Bahia, Brazil. And this was a very pivotal time in my life, both as a young musician trying to find my voice and as a person of color from the US who was the child of immigrants trying to understand my place in the world. I studied Afro-Brazilian music and culture, spent a lot of time in the terreiro de candomblé, the houses of worship of traditional African religion called candomblé. And I worked very closely and did close research with a bloco afro, a carnival group called Malé de Ballet. And through these experiences, I saw firsthand how music can really play a role in social transformation. And I think that's really the reason I decided to become a musician, because of my time in Brazil. So with that in mind, I'm going to share with you the first song of the evening. It is from my first record called Visions, and this is a recording with the great Lionel Loueke on guitar and Rogério Bocato on percussion. Rogério is also a member of the Ori-Gen collective. And the title of the song is in the African language Yoruba, and it means Oju Oba, means the eyes of the ruler, the eyes of the king. So please enjoy Oju Oba.
Você que sua luz, sua força conduz a Foche Oju Oba. É bonito lhe ver, é tanto prazer que seu canto me dá. Você que sua luz, sua força conduz a Foche Oju Oba. A Foche Oju Oba. Ela vai brilhar, é olhar o estarnecer, é luz enche o Oba, ilumine meu viver. Chegou, Xangô, Acachu, Oba chegou, foi povo de sabe quem chamou, eu quero ir com você. Que que sua luz, sua força conduz. Afonche Oxu Oba, Afonche Oxu Oba, Salvador vai se acender, sua estrela vai brilhar, meu olhar resplandecer. Elo se Oxu Oba, ilumine meu viver. Chegou, Xangô, Arcanjo Oba chegou. Foi povo de Zambi quem chamou. Eu quero ir com você. Chegou, Xangô, Arcanjo Oba chegou. Foi povo de Zambi quem chamou. Eu quero ir com você. Eu quero ir com você.
Xangô, Arcanjo Oba chegou. Foi povo de Zambi quem chamou. Eu quero ir com você.
If you're just joining us now, that was Oju Oba featuring Lionel Loueke on guitar and vocals and Rogério Bocato on percussion. Next, we're going to go across the Atlantic Ocean to the archipelago of Cape Verde. And here is a song that I learned there. It's by a singer-songwriter from the island of Santiago named Princesito, and this is called Lua.
Fica com minha mão cozinha, deixa-me la bucha na boca, limia corpo com caiva. Oh lua, fica com minha mão cozinha, deixa-me la bucha na boca, limia corpo com caiva. Desde que tempo na altura, bulimia noite, bulimia azul, bulimia preto, bulimia branca, lua. Lua, riva, riva, muito riva, para riva, sem branco, um tamarim, riba, tropo, com o padre, lua. Lua nova, cima, ricardina, marodonda, que puchucha, cheia, cima, peto cheia, lua, lua nova, lua cheia, lua rodonda, lua cambante. Lua nova, lua cheia, lua redonda, lua cambante. Ai, 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 ai. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Padolitum, padolitum, padolitum. desse tempo na altura, bulimia noite, bulimia sul, bulimia preto, bulimia branca, lua. Lua riva, riva, muito riva, para riva sem bronco, um tambari, riba tropico e o padre, lua. Lua nova, cima, ricardina, marodonda, que buchucha, cheia acima, perto cheia, lua. Lua nova, lua cheia, lua redonda, lua cambante, lua nova, lua cheia, lua redonda, lua cambante, lua nova, lua cheia, lua redonda, lua cambante, lua nova, lua cheia, lua redonda, lua cambante.
So lua is an example of batuque, which is a type of rhythm from the island of Santiago. And another, and probably the most famous song form from Cape Verde is the morna. Morna is what Cesaria was known for and what really attracted me to Cape Verde and Cape Verdean music in the first place. And some of you who know me know that I am currently working on an album of traditional Cape Verdean music with an amazing guitarist called Bao. And Bao was Cesaria's musical director for many years. And you're about to have the honor of hearing him along with some of the most amazing musicians of Cape Verde. This is a compilation of the Morna Junior by Luluzinho, and this was put together by Bao's son, Stefan Almeida, and it features many amazing musicians. I will tell you their names after.
Três, quatro.
Sem vaidade que Deus manda de céu para não bem crescer, para progredir nessa união, num lar sem amizade, para prender os corações. Sem vaidade Deus manda de céu a quem crescer, para progredir e sonhar, mudar de amizade, aprender nos corações.
Júnior boé querido, na pé de alguém bom estimado, com tanta sempre formoso, com alegria na voz, a ver, mostrar alguém, esse união é preferido, não chega e gosta, se ofender ninguém. solo bem cresceu.
Júnior Boé querido, na peito de alguém bom estimado, botando a sempre formou, com alegria na rosto, para vou mostrar-lhe que sonhar é preferido, bom é cheio de gosto, Júnior Boé querido, na peito de alguém bom estimado, botando sempre formoso, com alegria no rosto, para vou mostrar alguém que união é preferido, bom é cheio de gosto, sem ofender ninguém.
Júnior Boé querido, na mãe de alguém bom estimado, botando sempre formoso, com alegria no rosto, vamos mostrar alguém que essa união é preferido, bom é cheio de gosto, mas sem ofender ninguém.
Júnior Boé querido, na peito alguém bom estimado, botando sempre formoso, com alegria no rosto, vai bem mostrar alguém, esse união é preferido, bom é cheio de gosto, sem ofender ninguém.
Olha povo Cape Verdean na Cape Verde e na diáspora. Então digo outro para não seguir regras, para não ficar na casa, para não lavar a mão, para não poder salvar vidas. Me adoro na besoto, muito pedir Deus para abençoar e proteger-nos tudo.
I just love the Morna. If you stay until the very end of the program, you will hear me singing a Morna with Bao. And this Morna you just heard, of course, with the greatest musicians of Cape Verde. I'm going to tell you all their names now. I have to read this. So singing you have Diva Barros, Fancha Mendes. Fancha is a very dear friend. Tito Paris, Nancy Vieira, also a close friend, Neusa Gipina, Mario Marta, and Lena Évora. And the musicians are Stefan Almeida, who's Bao's son, Toy Vieira, of course Bao, Erickson Fonseca, Hugo Paris, and Danny Fonseca. And speaking of the Morna, many people say it is related to the Fado from Portugal. Some people say it's not related, but I think they both have this theme in common of nostalgia, of longing, of saudade in Portuguese, or saudade in Creole. And so I asked my very dear friend, Sofia Ribeiro, to sing a fado for us. Sofia is from Portugal, but she's lived all over the world, in Paris and New York, and now in Bogota. And she's not a traditional fado singer. She, like me, sings jazz and world music and her own compositions. But I do really love hearing her sing the fado. So I've asked her to contribute. This is Sofia with pianist Juan Andrés Ospina.
Hi, my name is Sofia Ribeiro. I'm from Porto, Portugal, and I'm living in Bogota, Colombia.
And my name is Juan Andrés Ospina, and I'm from here, from Bogota.
And we're going to play a beautiful fado for you that has a poem by the incredible Portuguese writer Fernando Pessoa. It's probably my favorite fado of all of them. It's called Alma Música do Povo, which means a song of the people, and I'm going to read the translation of the last part of the poem. I am a foreign emotion, an error of a dream that is gone. Still I sing, and I end up with a feeling. And I interpret this message as no matter how lost we might feel, music shows us the way, always.
Há uma música do povo, nem sei dizer se é um fado, que ouvindo há um ritmo novo no ser que tenho guardado, ouvindo-a sou quem seria se desejar fosse ser. É uma simples melodia das que se aprendem a viver, mas é tão consoladora, a vaga e triste canção que a minha alma já não chora, nem eu tenho coração. Sou uma emoção estrangeira, um erro de sonho ido. Canto de qualquer maneira e acabo com um sentido. Mas é tão consoladora a vaga e triste canção que a minha alma já não chora, nem eu tenho coração. Sou uma emoção estrangeira, um erro de sonho ido. Canto de qualquer maneira e acabo com um sentido.
Wow, thank you so much, Sofia and Juan. That was really beautiful. We've been to Brazil, Cape Verde, Portugal, and now we're going to travel to the east coast of Africa, to Mozambique. This is a song called Nwahulwana by a great artist named Wazimbo, and it's an example of a style of music from the south of the country called Mahabentha. So please enjoy Nwahulwana.
Relele siswakufango sikulo kochipele utate kwa mami makwesho. Relele siswakufango sikulo loko chipele utate kwa malima kwesho. Io Maria tombiame utate kwa malima kwesho. Io Maria tombiame utate kwa malima wana. Pelele si woko konta mavai loko chipele utate kwa malima wana. No lele padi poporulu. Pelele si woko konta mavai loko chipele utate kwa malima wana. Io Maria tombiame utate qua. Io Maria tombiame utate qua malima wana. Si sua kufama si kuloko chime utate kwa. Utate kwa. Utate kwa.
So obviously in the times we're living in, international travel is pretty difficult. But once it's possible again, Mozambique is at the very top of my list. And one thing that really excites me about going there is that there's a very large Indian population there, and especially people from Gujarat, which is the part of India where my ancestors come from. And I'm interested in learning more about them and Mozambican culture and music in general. So speaking of India, my next guest is fado vocalist Sonia Sirsat. And Sonia is known as the leading fadista of India, and she's been called the ambassador of Goan music to the world. I have been personally obsessed with her voice since I heard her sing, and I feel very lucky to introduce her to you tonight. So she will be singing a fado all the way from Goa, India, that she composed. So here we are, Sonia.
Hi, my name is Sonia Sirsat and I'm from Goa, India, and I've been singing the fado for the last 17 years. For the last 3 years, we've been conducting classes of fado called Fado de Goa, wherein we teach people about the fado and we teach them to sing the fado as well. We've had over 400 students, and now with the lockdown situation, we are thinking of going online, so let's see how that goes. The fado I would like to sing for you this evening is called A Rosa Seca no Livro, the rose that's dried up or is drying in a book. Usually a rose is kept in a book because it has sweet memories attached to it. And the entire poem talks about the rose and how the rose used to be when it was fresh and it was red in color and it had a perfume and it was beautiful. And now it's not, it's old, it's dried, and it's in a book. The last verse in the poem talks about Rosa, the lady, who opens the book to remember all these wonderful moments in her life. So it's basically playing with the word Rosa as a rose and also the lady. So it goes something like this. Aquela rosa seca no livro teve uma vida bela e bonita, bonita, mas cheia de tristeza. Ai, aquela rosa seca era linda, aquela rosa cheia de amor, cheia da vida. Foi amada, foi desejada, também foi querida. Aquela rosa seca no livro também foi querida. E lembrando o passado, aquela vida tão diferente, ela sonha ser feliz, sempre alegre, sempre contente. Mas o amor que a rosa conhecia, com o tempo tornou-se frio, e hoje, para matar saudades, a rosa abre o livro e, lembrando o passado, a rosa abre o livro. Well, I hope you like that one. Kavita, thank you so much for this invitation, and all the best to you in everything you do and wherever you go. Beijinhos, all the way from Goa.
Thank you so much, Sonia, for your beautiful voice and your beautiful message. And thank you all for listening and traveling with me across the Lusophone diaspora. I know these times have been quite challenging for many of us. Those of us who are healthy and whose family are healthy, we're very lucky at the moment. And, we need to take a moment to be grateful. But there's also a lot of uncertainty. And I hope that we can all turn to music as a way to uplift us. And I hope this program was uplifting for you tonight. So thank you to all the amazing musicians who participated, from the amazing collective of Cape Verdean musicians to Sofia Ribeiro and Juan Andres Ospina, Sonia Sirsat, and Bao, who you will hear in this final video. Thank you for sharing your beautiful music with us. And thank you also to Juancho Herrera, who helped me put this first ever live stream concert together. We don't know where music's going in terms of what our world will look like, what our work will look like as musicians. But I felt quite heartened reading the great jazz saxophonist Sonny Rollins in the New York Times this week. And in an interview, he echoed my feelings that, there will always be a place for live music and for this kind of interaction with people. There's no replacement for that, and it is necessary, it is human. And that's how I feel about all this music tonight, and that's how I feel about being able to connect with you and share with you some of my deepest desires and work as a musician. If you're interested to learn more about me, you can visit my website, kavitashahmusic.com, on Instagram at Canta Kavita. And please stay tuned for the next Ori-Gen Collective live stream, which will be next Thursday at 9 p.m. So I'm going to leave you tonight with a performance I did of one of my favorite mornas. This was in Mindelo in Cape Verde 2 years ago, and it features Bao on the guitar. And this is a morna called Flor de Minha Esperança. And I can't wait to share this music that Bao and I have been recording with you. Hopefully it will come out this fall, so please stay tuned. And thank you again. Obrigada e boa noite.
Se eu sabia que Genov tá morrer, cada mal, ninguém nesse mundo. Se eu sabia que Genov tá morrer, cada mal, ninguém nesse mundo. Es morna, es sonho de minha esperança, que já confessam que meu amor era falsa flor. Es morna, es sonho de minha esperança, que já confessam que meu amor era falsa. Chora cielo, magoar, chora também na despedida. Vou chorar cielo, magoar, chorar também. Es sonho de minha esperança, que já confessou, meu amor era falso flor. Es morna, es sonho de minha esperança, que já confessou, meu amor era falso flor. Na despedida, vou chorar cielo, magoar, chorar também. Na despedida, vou chorar cielo, magoar, chorar também. Sonho de minha esperança, que já confessou. chorar também. Esmona, é sonho, tinha esperança que já confessar que meu bom amor era voz ou flor.
Thank you, Kavita.